Good morning and happy Thursday to everyone. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Today is, I guess, kind of our podversary episode. 1 year ago yesterday, Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 was our first episode, and we're still going strong. So thank you, everyone, for the support, and thank you to our newest sponsor, Brittany Gutman with Allstate Insurance. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fantastic. I feel really honored to be here on your anniversary. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, happy to sponsor you too. You're growing.
Yeah.
Growing fast.
Yep. When with your help, we'll just keep growing.
That's right.
Reach more people.
Happy to support it.
Yeah. So you're really involved in the community, not just as an insurance agent, but you do all kinds of things in the community.
I try, being blessed with a business that is growing and, just I always try to stay humble, and do what we can to give back. And I think community involvement is incredibly important.
It is. It's key. It really is. And the Tucson community, Northwest, Marana, Oro Valley, all that. I mean, it's a pretty tight-knit community. Mm-hmm. When you know one person, you know a bunch of different other people. Everyone's connected to each other.
Yeah. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, as my kids were growing up, I always told them that. I'm like, people know people, and if they see you out doing something, they're going to call me or they're going to say something, and you gotta stay clean.
Well, it says integrity on the back of every one of your trucks.
That's right. But it can also follow you, from a young person to, after you get out of school and all that, that can really follow you, and your reputation can follow you, good or bad. So.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. I think it's important to, come to terms with those skeletons and, just be able to, move forward. Right.
Right.
And,
right.
I'm very proud of the business that we do. We have that kind of commentary in our team meetings all the time about just the pride that we have and that we do good business. And there's not a room that I walk into that I feel that I have to, lower my head. And I think that's a good feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons that we asked you to come on. I mean, just because of the integrity and the way that you do business and your involvement with the community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So tell us about yourself first. You've been doing this insurance thing for a long time, but you're not originally from Tucson.
No, sir. I'm from Wisconsin originally, and the more you talk to me, the more certain accents or words will pop out. Or if we, break bread together, I'll probably order cheese curds or something.
So let's go off topic real quick. Where do you find good cheese curds in Tucson?
You can't go wrong with Culver's.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. I like Culver's. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you catch it right, they have walleye.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're into fish.
Yeah.
I have heard a little plug for Bub's Grub up in Catalina.
Yeah.
I've heard they're the Wisconsin Packer hangout.
Oh, really?
And he does a Friday night fish fry that I've heard.
Okay.
I haven't been yet, but...
Okay, I've never been to their fish fry, but they have some good food up there, good barbecue up there.
Yeah. We went once, it was a little too late, so...
Okay.
Yeah, Catalina kind of closes down a little early.
Right.
Yeah, But definitely a foodie. I love food. I love supporting the local restaurants.
Yes, yeah.
We have a farm, as you know, so lots, going on there. It's kind of a hobby / rescue that we have.
Okay.
And then, running the insurance agency and being an insurance agent. And what I love most about, being 20 years in now is really mentoring, young women into this career.
Right.
And that's kind of the phase I'm in right now, which feels pretty neat and new, you know?
That's true. Most people, and they might not realize it, but most people are in some kind of stage of mentoring. Either you're a younger person and you're getting mentored, hopefully you're getting mentored, or, you go into the next stage of life and you're mentoring the next generation. And it's neat. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you don't even know
Yeah.
what stage you're in. Like while you're being mentored, maybe someone is really looking up to how you're receiving that mentorship, and
Right.
and you're mentoring in that way, and you
Sure.
don't even know it.
Sure. That people are always watching you, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, more than you know.
Yeah, definitely. So keep clean.
Yeah, right. Topic of today.
Yeah. So you have a little farm at your house. So you guys get up early and you're feeding the animals and
Yeah, I kind
cleaning
of get
pens and
I get a pass. Yeah, my guy does a lot of the labor.
Okay.
I like to hit yoga early and get to the office and get my day done. But I do leave a little bit early so that we can get chores done in the afternoon. And I'm trying my hand at gardening.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, I've got some good stuff growing now.
You have a fall crop that's coming in?
I'm trying. The nice thing is a lot of the summer stuff it's turning up better now because our summer was just treacherous.
Yes.
It
was so dry.
I was watering for like poor little plants. Anyway, and I tried to garden by seed this year.
Oh, okay.
Which I was proud of. I have all this stuff. Long story short, my grandfather on my mother's side in a very small town in Wisconsin, he used to own a greenhouse, and everyone came from towns over, and he, had all the beautiful plants. And he was actually a scientist.
Oh, wow.
And he spoke German, and he was just kind of he was genius, really, and he created all these, pH balanced soils, and he was cross-pollinating plants and stuff. So I kind of grew up in that environment and really enjoyed it. But in Arizona, there's this bird called a thrasher, and they love seedlings. And so I thought I was a failed gardener. I'm going out there and I'm
They
like,
just disappear?
"Man, like where'd all my bell peppers go?" I'm looking at the seed company. I'm like, man, I got to let them know these seeds are lemons. And then one day I went out there and there's all this dirt kicked out of this new garden that I had done. And I look up and there's this little yellow beady-eyed bird looking at me.
Your nemesis.
Seriously, I went onto the Tucson Backyard Gardening page and I'm like, what is this bird? And all these people, one person even screenshot a picture of it. I was like, yep, that's it.
Oh, wow.
That's the one I'm dealing with.
So did you do any gardening in Wisconsin?
No, I left Wisconsin when I was pretty young, like 14, 15 years old. Aside from annual beds that my grandmother and I would do, or my mom, we would get grandpa's hanging baskets and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I just wonder, the soil is so much different.
yeah, I couldn't imagine gardening in Wisconsin. My aunts all live there, and they have beautiful like flower gardens, but I don't see much as far as produce. But I suppose it depends on the winter. And
Yeah, they would have to do like a late spring to early fall, I guess.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the deer, they're sneaky.
They're going to come eat everything also? Yeah.
Yeah, here I'm worried about a thrasher. I've seen those deer. people go to lengths to keep the deer out of their crop, and they'll jump a fence, One of my friends lives in Tennessee, and she was sending me photos of all of her okra and these beautiful tomatoes she had grown.
Wow.
Overnight.
Really?
Overnight. It was gone. All your hard work.
Yeah.
Hopefully it was good.
Yeah. Make some nice fat deer.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I know here in Tucson, if you have plants like in the front yard or whatever, the javelina come and they can destroy everything in a very short time.
They really can. We've been fortunate. We have Great Pyrenees livestock guardian dogs, and they've proven to really, it's just innate what they do. They're just the coolest of dogs. I don't think I'll ever own another type of dog. They're like golden retriever during the day, family dog, and then wolf at night.
Oh, wow.
They're just, they're so cool. But we haven't had, I think a little pack of javelina went through maybe once in the last year. But yeah, we've been pretty fortunate to not have destruction like that. But my garden is in a like fenced area.
Oh, okay. So it takes some work to get in there.
Yeah. And I didn't know what I would be up against, so I did raised beds.
Right.
Which that proves to be challenging too, because the soil drains,
So
pretty
you lose some
thoroughly.
from erosion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm growing. It's going to be gardening 2.0.
Okay. Well, I mean, you
Sure.
learn every season. You learn,
Yeah.
and you can get a little bit better at it.
I've seen people suggest keeping a little journal, of like what I did, what worked, what didn't work.
Yeah.
You
That takes a little work, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes you more successful.
And I don't know if I even want to be successful, Ron. It's just a hobby. I tried some of the lettuce that I grew.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I think there's things that you can do to make things.
Enhance the flavor. Or
Yeah,
something?
it was a little bitter.
Okay. Yeah.
And then my corn, that was sad. My carrots, I don't. We'll get better.
Okay. That's right. You have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cilantro's doing really well.
Oh, very
I'll bring you
nice.
some.
Okay. Love cilantro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been in the insurance industry for 20 years. Tell us, you have some exciting news that you just announced, I think, yesterday, right?
Yeah. I am so excited that, after 20 years, we've taken rate increases really steadily for the last probably 5 years,
Yeah.
And
everyone has, every insurance
Everyone.
agent, so it wasn't just Allstate.
yeah, those decisions are made at the national level,
Yeah.
Department of Insurance. It's not, it's not any one company. It's like, hey, this is the risk pool. This is what we're seeing. And these are the premium dollars that are being brought in and the claim dollars that are going out. And anyway.
So is that a government agency that kind of oversees that? And
The National Department of Insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So don't blame Allstate. It's not just us.
Yeah.
But yeah, over probably the last 5 years, I could say, I don't think it would be a stretch to say some premiums have seen even 100% increase.
Right. Yep.
I know 30 to 35 was a pretty steep one we took
Wow.
in 2023, which, no one wanted to answer the phone.
Yeah. That hurts. That really does.
Yeah.
Do you think 2023 was mainly because of like some natural disasters, hurricanes, and different things like that?
Inflation. Yeah, cost of
Okay.
materials. I don't know what happened, but lumber inflated about
Right.
200% overnight.
Yeah. During COVID, it did. Yeah.
And it lasted into 2022.
Okay.
It was concerning from an insurance perspective, the homes that were in the course of construction that were just sitting,
Yeah.
exposed to the elements.
Right.
And, and then all of a sudden a year and a half goes by and they just finish them up,
When the prices come back down.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. So there's been some regulations. I can't speak on behalf of Allstate. I don't know, what they're up to, but I know from a level of just generally,
Right.
there's been some regulations put in place. There's a lot of talks with even, car repair places of, what is really a good place that we can meet for repairs.
Oh, okay.
We're seeing a lot more technology in cars,
Yes.
thousands of cameras and sensors.
Right.
I mean, bumper to bumper. So newer cars. I mean, a windshield back, in 2000, it was a couple $100, get your windshield replaced. I could maybe get a cash deal for even cheaper, with some
Right.
local companies. But now it's like $600-700 plus a calibration.
Yeah.
And, you can't drive it without the calibration.
Right. You actually have to tell your car that it has a new windshield in it so that it can be calibrated. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the safety features are void.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think definitely we caught up,
Okay.
the pendulum has to go one way, sometimes a little too far to right the wrong,
Right.
We always have big natural disasters, and accounting for that, there have been several years of several billions of dollars of
Right.
claims,
Right. Exactly.
So, but because of the changes that have been made, October 1st, Allstate released an 8% rate reduction in
Very nice.
Arizona. Yeah, and not just for new clients.
Yeah.
It's for existing clients after their renewal, anytime after November 1st for current clients. But
Okay.
yeah, such a sweet, refreshing, bit of news.
Right. Yeah. You actually want to answer the phone now.
Well, yeah, you don't want to. We always are very proactive, solution seeking.
Right.
I don't want to lose clients, right? But at the end of the day, I do know that you're not going to always pay more just to have Brittany, laminate your ID cards. But, if I'm losing people and have an opportunity to earn them back when the tide changes, then, back to integrity, we're doing something right, and that's kind of the parting question is, hey, can we try again? Things change all the time. Like, don't count us out yet.
Right. Exactly. Let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Southwest Flavor, and we're talking with Brittany Gutman of Allstate Insurance. So, what was I going to say? You've been at this a long time,
yeah, I think we were going to talk about the importance of, just
of the local agent.
Yeah. I think that one thing that I've learned over my tenure with insurance is that the times that people really need you, no matter where you bought your policy, you're floundering for a human.
Yeah.
Like always.
Right.
One thing about myself, and I don't always have to be, but I'm a pit bull. I am. And I advocate hard for my clients if
Sure.
I have to,
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't always be that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes, we're dealing with humans that aren't hands-on,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how often I'm in a dress and heels out taking photos of a property and telling someone how we can kind of mitigate loss, I also, I keep having conversations recently with local fire departments because what we're seeing from the insurance side is the land isn't always managed well, right?
Okay, sure.
So I'm not trying to get into politics or anything, but
Right.
I do think it's important, that we see it a lot on the Catalina Mountains, on that Saddle Brook. And what happened over there is Pinal County and Pima County have different, rules for how they want to do things. And we're just dealing with a lot of wildfire and brush hazard. And fortunately, HOAs are getting involved. Communities are turning FireWise, which is a kind of a certification that they can get for mitigating risk.
Yeah.
And local fire departments are also doing consumer inspections, and they're going out and they're like, hey, this is what the insurance companies
wow.
can be looking for.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to just see a little bit more of that,
Yeah.
There's always been issues, right, with, trees touching the roof or, stuff like that. But I think it's imperative to have a local agent. I know I'm biased with that, but I think one thing that is important to remember is that I too am a small business, and I hold so much value in retention.
Right.
And my business is growing because I believe in retention. I believe that we have to protect what got us here.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're treating people right. Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. So. Sometimes we don't have control over the rate.
Yeah.
So we'll handwrite thank you cards or we'll donate to a nonprofit of their choice if, that's something that aligns with them, or we laminate ID cards. People love that.
Really?
Yeah. You would think it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but we get requests daily,
Really?
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
can
wow,
you get
okay.
my renewal cards laminated for me?
Huh.
No problem.
Interesting. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
That way you can wash your wallet.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely, going back to the property, I mean, just keeping your property cleaned up a little bit, just whether it's the vegetation growth, or there could be some hazards there on your property, especially if you have a bigger property and you've been there a long time and you might have some older vehicles or some sheds that are in disrepair or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, we always try to walk gently, in those conversations. There's a lot of ego attached to our homes and, but yeah, I mean, older vehicles that aren't running, kids love to hide, and it's as morbid as it sounds. That's why we don't like abandoned vehicles,
or appliances out there sitting out there.
Fridges don't open from the inside,
right?
Again,
that could
I'm
be
not
a terrible
trying,
thing.
Yeah. And you're liable.
Yeah, it's on your property. Yeah.
I just had an email this morning from a client. Hey, we removed our trampoline. We ripped it up and threw it away. What is that going to do to my rate? I said, well, unfortunately, nothing. But those things, they
you
pick
won't
up
have that
wind.
claim then. Yeah.
And they land in neighbors' yards, and you don't know what they're going to land on.
Yeah.
So good for you for getting rid of that.
Yeah.
But we would always recommend people increase their liability when they have a pool or a trampoline or kids over a lot, say your family's the fun house.
Right. Right. Yeah. We had a trampoline for a long time, for several years.
Yeah, so did we. No good memories, really.
Really? Oh, wow. My kids love that trampoline.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's called cherry bombing here, but when I was a little sister to a brother, and he would always, if you jump at the same time, and then you can bounce the other person off.
Right.
And he did that to me.
We had a big boxer. He was 105 pounds, and he could actually jump up onto the trampoline.
And he liked to jump up
He
there?
loved it, yes.
That's so
He would just
cute.
run around and jump on the trampoline.
That is too funny.
Yeah, he was just a big kid.
I always found it cool when you jump on a trampoline and then when you get off and you can't jump when you're actually on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gravity. I don't know what it is.
The ground isn't bouncy anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
Right. Well, let's take a quick break, and we're going to have another guest coming on. But Brittany, you're going to stay with us?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here. The kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturerockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we are back. Brittany's back with us, and we have another guest. It's Jeff Moreland with Spring. Or I was going to say Springboard because we were just talking about it. Teen Challenge of
Tucson.
Southern Arizona or Tucson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I work for Teen Challenge of Tucson. We're a Teen Challenge of Arizona is a faith-based drug rehabilitation program and discipleship.
Yeah.
That fills the hole that drugs and alcohol put in people that's left devoid by God. So it's basically what our whole mission. So yeah.
So I know it's called Teen Challenge. Is that pretty much what you focus on is the kids in the teen years?
The title is a little deceptive.
Yeah.
We were founded in the 50s, and it was involved at teens at that time. We've now evolved. I mean, we have men in the program that are in their 60s. We have guys in their 20s.
Okay.
So Teen Challenge is the original name, but everybody needs a little love and grace.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So
That's good.
Yeah.
And it just seems like the drug epidemic, not just here, but everywhere. But I mean,
absolutely.
It's really hitting.
I would be
Southern
willing to
Arizona.
bet a large money that everybody who knows anybody has had somebody affected by, addiction.
Yeah.
So it is. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. I was an addict myself for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Started off with a knee surgery, and I was prescribed a hydrocodone.
Yeah.
And it just snowballed into more and more and more. And the next thing you know, you're doing whatever you can to find the next fix.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is unbiased. It does not hold. It doesn't see color. It doesn't care. Addiction will tear apart anybody.
Right. So how did you break that addiction?
Teen Challenge.
Okay.
It is single-handedly the greatest debt that I cannot pay back behind the salvation of Jesus. I mean, the sacrifice of Jesus Christ.
Right.
I mean, it was. It changed my life. I was so. I lived in the past so much that I just could. I didn't have it today. I didn't have it tomorrow. And I had a counselor ask me, if you truly believe in Jesus and you're still living in the past, are you saying you're too prideful and arrogant to believe your sins are too big for the cross?
Wow.
And, for me, I'm a very logical person. I'm a very, blunt person.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I needed to hear.
Just the way you needed to hear
that
it.
was the swift kick that is like, you can't claim that you believe in Jesus and say that his sacrifice wasn't big enough. So figure it out.
Yeah. We used to go to a church that our pastor would say a lot of times, when you're sinning, when you're, committing that sin that is wrong, do you think that you're smarter than God?
Right. Yeah. I mean, for the vast majority of my life, I did.
Yeah.
And that, I tell everybody all the time, if Jeff goes out and does this on his own, I will relapse. I'll go right back to the person that I was. Peter was able to walk on water as long as he stared at Jesus. The moment he took his eyes off of Jesus, he sank.
Yep.
And if I take my eyes off of Jesus, I will sink too.
Yeah.
So my story is one of many stories.
Sure.
And so right now we have roughly, I think 24, 25 guys that are currently in the program. Countless graduates, the whole staff are graduates of the program.
Oh, okay.
So we keep, it's just absolutely awesome. The ministry that, the best person to relate to someone who's in addiction is someone who was in addiction.
Right. You already walked those steps.
We've already walked those steps.
Yeah.
And so this year we're having a banquet. The theme of it is from to become. So from who we were to who we are. And that's based off of 2 Corinthians 5:17.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's pretty much where we're here. So it's pretty cool.
That's so important that you're just not focusing on, hey, let's get clean, let's start to restore your life, but there's a future out there, and there's so much that you can do in the future.
So I mean that's we have several different things. We're actually working on revamping our reentry program to make sure that guys are more set up to be successful.
Right.
So it's a blessing, and everything that we do is given through us through the power of God. And, he can take it all away if we abuse that power.
Yeah.
So there is a higher calling to making sure that these men and women from the women's program are set up and prepared, because we have to stand accountable for the actions that we choose and how we treat these people. So, I mean, it's a lot of love and a lot of grace because we were shown a lot of love and grace.
Right.
So.
Tell us about some of the different programs.
So we have 2 men's induction centers. There's one here in Tucson. There's one in Phoenix. After you've completed 4 months of that part of the program, the induction, you go to the training phase, which is in New River.
Oh,
that's the Christian Life Ranch. And then we have a women's center, which is the Home of Hope. And then we have an adolescent girls center called Springboard.
Okay.
Which is what we were talking about earlier. So we have... Like I said, there's 5 centers, and it's all the corporate offices are here in Oro Valley.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Reverend Snow Peabody, he's awesome.
Ah,
good dude.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Wow.
You were mentioning the banquet. Can you, how can a local business or how can we support
And that is, that's a huge thing. So banquets roughly account for 20% of our annual budget. We have never once turned away a person because they didn't have funds. You know, redemption and recovery is not limited to money.
Yeah.
So we do have some awesome donors, but we're always looking for other people to reach out, help. I'll give you my phone number. Our public relations department, you can call them at 520-730-4265. Or you can go online to tcaz.org/saved, and that's our banquet site.
Okay.
So the banquet is at the El Conquistador. It's on
nice.
November the 17th.
Okay.
It's at 6:30. Tickets are $70 for the event, or $560 for the table. I think that's right.
Okay.
My math is mathin'. And so basically, it's a series of who we are, what we've done. There's going to be testimonies from students, both current and past, and present students. So it's a way for people to see what, if they're willing to donate, if they're willing to give, they can come see a part. They can walk along beside of us, and actually say, "Hey, I see what my money's going to. I can see the lives that are being changed for this."
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, it's a huge event. And again, you can call Scott is our PR rep. I'm also in PR, but you can call Scott. That was the number that I gave. He is he's willing to answer any call that you have and answer any questions.
Right.
So
if people are looking for help, how do they reach out? Or how do you usually get clients?
So we have a really awesome intake coordinator. His name is Shelby. He's over here on the couch. But no, we do have of course, that would mean I'd have to be prepared on the intake number, but I'll pull it up in just a second. But we have an intake phone number. Yeah. tcaz.org is a great way to reach out as far as getting help. And we will do everything that we can to get you in within 24 hours. I mean, we truly know it's life and death out there.
Yeah.
And it says wake up and choose life. And that's what we're trying to help people do, is choose life.
Right. And for the younger people, do you usually see, like parents reaching out or teachers or coaches or?
So again, we start taking guys at 18. So most of them are there are adolescent boys centers throughout the United States. We just don't have one here in Tucson.
We don't have in Tucson. Okay.
There's one in Nevada, in Reno. But a lot of it, some of it's courts and jails reaching out, people from jail saying, "Hey, I want to get out of here." Some of it is just through ministry, walking around, talking to people. I've had people come in directly off the streets. I met someone at Celebrate Recovery. They said, I told him about the program. He said, "I want to go." So it's God uses a lot of different avenues. But a lot of it is the hard work of Shelby also reaching out to people. A mom will call and talk about, my son's struggling, taking that time and effort to go call the son and, just praying with him and being there for him. And, a lot of people think of, when you hear the word rehab, they think of a condemnation and things like that. And it's not that at all. It's, we've all fallen short, and it is, a brother or a sister to help pick you up, to help you get back to where you were and to burden that weight. So
it's such a cycle too,
For sure.
I mean, especially when you don't have a support system and you just, there's jail, there's church, there's drugs, it's a cycle and you can't get out of it, So it's such a blessing that you guys are here to support people.
For sure. And I'll say this: if you ever want to meet the guys, every Sunday we go to the River Church on Flowing Wells.
Okay.
So if anybody ever wants to come meet the program, meet the guys that are in the program, that's a great way to come do it.
Okay. And you said that you have some other outreach. Are you guys out on the street doing some outreach?
So we do all kinds of stuff. So we do what's called Tables and Testimonies once a year. We go to Reed Park and we set up different vendors and booths.
Wow.
We served, I think last year we served 350 hot dogs. I mean, just basically just setting up in the park and letting people, haircutting stations and all different type of stuff like that. So We have tables and testimonies. We back in July we had the ice cream social where we partnered with Handel's Ice Cream. Shout out to Handel's because that is awesome ice cream. I'm not a paid spokesman, but no, it is the best ice cream. But they sponsored our event, so we had people come to the church and just kind of have ice cream and just hang out. Had raffles and prizes and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then the banquets obviously are one of the big ways to as far as that goes. And then we have 2 thrift stores. We have one on Stone and Roger.
Okay.
And then we have another one on Speedway and Swan. So either side of town. It's called Blessingdale's. On October 17th and 18th, all proceeds on those days goes to the banquet. So if you need furniture, if you need stuff like that, it'd be a great day to go buy some stuff and know that your money's going to a great place as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have multiple avenues of how we try to reach out to the community and support the people that support us.
Wow, that was so cool.
So
yeah. Do you feel that the drug epidemic is getting worse, or is it just something that's a little bit more publicized right now?
Well, I think it's always been there.
Yeah.
I think that the problem with anything that's sinful is that at first it's shameful, and and then you kind of get used to it. I think we're just getting used to the drug epidemic.
Wow.
I think that it's just the normal. It's normal to just go to a gas station and see someone slumped over where they are, kissing their knees. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, that's the new normal, and there's no shame in it. There's no compassion for it anymore. And I've been guilty of it. That's not people come and say, "Can I get $5?" No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And but what I can do is I can say, "Hey, let's go get some food. Let's go do this. Let's go do." There's learning how to deal with the epidemic, and these people, these are still people. They're not less than,
right,
and they need as much or more love than the next person.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
I see. Just from reading stories and looking out there, it just seems like the fentanyl is so much prevalent and
Rampant,
cheaper. I mean.
Yeah, you can get high on $3-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane, and at some point you have to say where is someone accountable? Where is what are we doing? But sometimes people don't know they don't want the help, or they don't know that they want the help.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a hitting a rock bottom, and that rock bottom is completely different for every single person.
That's true. Yeah.
So I mean, you can't pick what is right for one person is right for the next, because everything changes.
Yeah.
But that's where our program director, his name's Clayton Kirkwood. He always says you have to meet guys where they're at. You never know what one person's backstory is. It's not to diminish the next person's story, but everybody's story is different, and everybody responds to trauma and hurt in a different way.
Yeah. They do. It is. That's completely true.
Yeah, not everybody receives it as candidly as you did.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's like, just give me the facts, man.
Right. Can we just get the bullet points and roll?
Yeah.
Right. But like Brittany said earlier, not everyone has a support system, and support system is so important. And there's a lot of guys out there, guys and girls, that are just out there with no support system at all. Yeah. And there's nothing to fall back on.
It's unfortunate too, because I think, especially in my experience, sometimes the support system that you really think it will be is your family, and by that time they're pretty jaded too, you know. So it's like, then I guess you maybe go through this kind of superhero, like I will take care of me, you know, and then
and
finally need someone.
Yeah. And it says not to lean on our own understanding. We will never understand why we are the way we are until we find a support system.
Yeah.
And that's, again, like I said, every single person that works at Teen Challenge has graduated the program.
Wow.
The director was 10 years ago. The supervisor was 10 years ago. I graduated 2 years ago. I mean, everybody has went through this, and we know the pain and the hurt and the condemnation, all that builds up. Some people think they're not worthy of love. I've done too much stuff. I'm not worthy of God's love. You're absolutely right. I'm not worthy of God's love. Nobody is. Right. That's why it's called a sacrifice, and that's why it's grace. And getting someone to understand that from, we deal with a lot of people who are either non-believers or baby believers. It's the Western cultural Christianity, but to know what true sacrifice that was and who we are in Christ is a lot deeper topic than just, all right, I said a prayer one time at church and I'm done. I mean, there's more to it, and that path of sanctification is every day, and we just try to help people find that starting point.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, our Western culture, a lot of the churches want to make everything nice and fluffy and rainbows and unicorns and everything's great. But I mean, being a Christian is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard work. And, just like going out and having your own business or even going to work every day. I mean, you make sacrifices and you have to work hard at it and you have to keep doing what you're doing and moving forward. And I mean, if you have an addiction or you have something that is holding you back, you have to work hard at it every day to make sure that you're not going backwards.
Yeah. An addiction is not limited to drugs and alcohol.
No.
Addiction affects everyone to some degree.
Right.
We all, addiction is ultimately just the highest form of a false idol. And I believe that, we've had people come through that have never touched a drug or touched or alcohol, and they still come to a faith-based program to get rid of an addiction.
Right.
Whether it be, there's pornography, there's hate, anger, there's all different types of things.
Yeah.
That we have to find the root cause, and the root cause is there's a hole in your heart and you're filling it with something that's not the love of Christ.
Right.
So that's pretty much that's pretty much short and simple for me.
Yeah.
Jeff with the facts.
Right. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we're back. We're having a pretty good conversation talking about Teen Challenge and just all the wonderful services that you're providing to these people that are in need.
It's like I've been very fortunate. I was in the corporate sales world. I made a lot of money. I make less money than I've ever made, and I'm more fulfilled in my life than there's more joy in my life by doing what God has called us to do. And it is to, when he says you do it unto the least of these, you do it unto me. Yeah. And that is something that, man, I really try to live by. I make mistakes. We were just joking about, I'm one of the, when it comes to like pure, like instant compassion and empathy, I'm so horrible at it. But
Me too. So it's something you have to work at. It really is. Yeah.
I had a counselor one time. He said, "Stop trying to be holy and start doing holy." You know, there's a difference between I'm trying to force myself into doing something.
Don't confuse yours and God's role.
Right.
That's what they
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
And then also during the break, Shelby handed me the intake phone number. And you can call him at 520-403-9884.
Okay.
That's our intake coordinator. And if you know anybody struggling in Tucson, reach out. If we're not able to, if we have such a blessing and we're overfilled, we'll find a way to get you to Phoenix. We'll find we'll make sure we find every possible avenue to get somebody help.
Right.
The great news is, you know where the corner of Grant and Oracle and Kelso?
Sure.
We're building a brand new facility.
Ah, okay, that's right.
It'll be able to house 56 students in the program.
Okay.
Actually, I don't like the word students because I feel like I like inductees, but yeah, we're all grown men. But yeah, I think that, just that's another blessing that is coming.
Right.
We had some anonymous donors reach out and say, "We want to help y'all build this. This was all God's plan." These people, I mean, it's just absolutely awesome. And the impact that we're going to be able to make on Tucson is going to more than double. In a brand new state of, it is insane.
Oh,
how far we should be even there in January.
Oh, cool. That's just right around the corner. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Blinking, it'll be
months.
here.
Yeah.
So,
and just helping these people get back into the community, and just be a part of the community. That's huge.
Oh, for sure. It's, everyone wants to look at government to fix things. Sometimes change starts right here in your own neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Not even your own city, your own neighborhood.
Yes. Yep.
And Miracle Mile and Oracle are right. That's where we start.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's
a rough
ground zero.
area.
Yeah.
So change is everywhere. But you have to start right beside right in the heart of where you are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What brought you to Tucson?
So I graduated the Teen Challenge program in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm from Georgia. Okay. I had two counselors that had went through the program out here, and in Chattanooga they don't allow you to work there for 1 year until 1 year after you graduated.
Oh, okay.
So when I got close to graduation, two of my counselors who went through this program said, "Would you want to consider doing this, long term?" And then I said, "I don't know." He's like, "Would you be willing to commit to 6 months?" I said, "I can commit to 6 months."
Yeah.
So they called Clayton. Me and Clayton did some interviews, and I came out here July 5th of last year.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. Came in July.
Yeah.
The hottest, most humid month of Tucson.
He's from Georgia.
Yeah. You're used to humidity.
Well, I was joking. The one of my friends the other day, they were talking about, "Oh, it's so humid." It was like 40% humidity here, and I literally pulled up the app and I showed my mom and dad's house was 83% humidity.
Wow.
So Georgia, don't play with it.
Yeah,
you don't really sweat. You kind of slime, just get sticky.
But those magnolias, they're so pretty.
We have more dogwoods and Bradford pear trees in my part of the woods. They stink.
So how was it when you came to Tucson and it was like 115 degrees?
Yeah, it was a shock.
Yeah.
As far as you don't realize you're dehydrating. You're just sweating. You're like, I think I'm thirsty. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it was a different adjustment.
Yeah.
But I don't go outside as much as I have to. I mean, I stay inside as much as I can.
Yeah.
So.
Especially during those summer months.
Right.
Now it's getting a lot nicer.
I'm pretty pasty, so I look outside and I get sunburned. So I try to avoid it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute blessing. And reach out if anybody wants to hear a full testimony. If they wanted to come meet the guys, like I said, we'll do anything we can to help our community get involved.
All right. Well, can you tell us the information again if they want to get involved with the banquet?
Sure. So the banquet is at tcaz.org. That's Teen Challenge of Arizona.org/saved. And that goes directly to the website for our banquets.
Okay.
All the information is on there. And then you can also call our PR department, and that is 520-730-4265. And if you know anybody who is looking for help, you can call our intake coordinator. That's 520-403-9884.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely, Ron. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. That's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday